Okay, so today we're going to go over using Motion, which is an Apple product, and create a little movie. So I've got a example here of something. So just a quick movie using a Photoshop document and then sort of moving around it in 3D space. So that's sort of what we're going to start to do today. First of all, we need to set up our Photoshop file. So I've got a number of Photoshop files here. I'm going to open this one up and make sure it's going to fit to what we need. So here I've got a document with a number of layers. So I've got a background layer. I'm going to delete that background layer. I'm just going to make sure that everything's transparent. File, Photoshop preferences, transparency, and I'm going to just do medium size. And lucky enough, it's set to transparency. It's a bit rough, so we could clean up some of the other pieces, but for this example we're going to leave it like that. So at the moment we've got a really large document, so we're going to need to change the size down. First I want to crop, because we don't need all this material at the top and bottom, so I'm going to crop down to sort of our area. And straight away you can see it's gone from 40 megabytes down to 18 from doing that. Now we want to make sure the pixel size is right, so if we go to image size, and then we're working to video formats. We're going to do a low HD, so we're going to do width is 1280. And the height is 720. So you can see something doesn't quite line up for us, which is going to be interesting. So we figure out which is the critical height. So 720 is going to be the critical height for this case, because we've got a square window, and that's fine. So just making sure our pixels are that. The resolution is kind of arbitrary, as long as we've got enough pixels, because we're sort of just working in pixels. So go OK. And it may look a little small there, but you can see it's only 20%. So if I double click on that, set it to 100%, it looks fine. So I'm going to file, save as. So we're going to make sure it's a Photoshop document and it's got the layers in it, and just got resized. Ooh, sized. So I know to go back to it and go OK. So I can now close Photoshop and resize. We can see we've got a little file there ready to go. So now we need to open Photoshop and open up Motion. So here I need to open it up, so it'll load. So this is found in the applications menu, and a little menu here. Worth having a look of View the Quick Tours to get an idea of how the program works, and even have a look at some of the online tutorials. But for this project, we start a new project. We need to set the size. So we're going to do the 720 that I talked about. So high definition video at 720p, which is the number of pixels down the side, and then it's 30 frames per second. So we've done that. Duration, we're going to have to change that because we need to be longer, but we'll set that in a minute. So go OK, and it should be setting ourselves up. So I've set up a folder on my desktop. So if we click on desktop, I've got a whole lot of stuff. Motion sheet. So I've saved that Photoshop document earlier, and what we'll do before we get any further is save this project. So file, save, and we will save it to that motion sheet. Make sure if you save anything to your desktop that you copy it after you log out, before you log out to your H drive. So make sure you save it to your H drive, which will be a link on your desktop. Otherwise it will be deleted after you log out, so really important to make sure you save it to your home drive. So make sure we give it a good name, so I'm just going to call it Shoot, but using the spatial design naming convention is a good idea. So Shoot 01, I can add to it and save. So this collect media can be quite good, and maybe worth saying copy to folder if you're dragging things from all over the place. So this is sort of like the linking, but this manages it for you, so I'd recommend doing that. So save. So now we've got a canvas to start working with, and in the next part we will start bringing the media in and working with it.